and a very warm welcome to you. Alexandra LANZ. Alexandra LANZ is unique. She's a mother, a surgeon, and above all else, very much alive. And being alive is the big thing that's special about Alexandra LANZ. She nearly didn't make it at all. When Alexandra LANZ was only 14, she collapsed at school and was taken to hospital. Her liver had completely stopped working, and Alexandra LANZ was to stay in hospital for the next 5 years. Her stay in hospital was full of suffering and despair. There were tests and more tests, and pain and more pain, and time that never moved forward. And worst of all, her best time of all, her youth, was draining away, and there was nothing she could do. She was stuck where she was. Youth only comes once, and for Alexandra LANZ it never happened at all. But Alexandra LANZ had hope. And it was this hope that gave her the strength she needed to believe. And Alexandra LANZ knew she'd recover one day. And true enough, she did get better. But first came her liver transplant. The operation was a total success, and from that moment on, Alexandra LANZ's life began coming back. But it was during her operation that Alexandra LANZ experienced something not only unique, but very special too. An out-of-body experience. Alexandra LANZ was floating gently above and watching the surgeons working below. And this out-of-body experience was the most wonderful, most beautiful thing Alexandra LANZ had ever experienced. She felt and knew the worst was behind her. Her hope had not been in vain. And coming back to life meant other challenges too. Alexandra LANZ had lots to catch up on. School was at the top of her list. She'd had 5 years of no real education, and she succeeded. Alexandra LANZ finished her schooling and became a young surgeon, and life went on its way. Alexandra LANZ got married to Harry, and they were happy. But there was still one more miracle waiting for Alexandra LANZ. After her liver transplant, Alexandra LANZ was told that becoming a mother would never be possible. It was out of the question. And again, Alexandra LANZ never lost hope. And then the impossible happened. Alexandra LANZ became the first liver transplantee to give birth. Faith is a wonderful thing. And Alexandra LANZ discovered there is not only a life after life, but also a life before death. And now, with husband and 2 healthy young boys, she's living every minute. Life is the sweetest of all. Alexandra LANZ. She went to the brink and lost a few years, but she came back again with more strength than ever. Dreams can sometimes come true, but faith can even move mountains. Alexandra LANZ, a woman of faith and great courage, a woman who never gave up. Alexandra LANZ. Life is the sweetest of all.